players are on their way. Dave Sexton leads out Manchester United, who are nearest the camera. And Terry Neal on the far side leaves out Arsenal. The man at the front is the FA official, Dickie Bird, Mr. H.N. Bird, who every year leads the players out. Well, it's a journey that Pat Rice and Martin Buchan, the two captains, have made before. But not young Gary Bailey, for whom this must be a quite emotional moment. The young goalkeeper, only 20, going through. Jimmy Nicholl, Arthur Albiston, Joe Jordan and Gordon McQueen, the two big friends, always behind each other. Steve Coppell, and you'll see Brian Greenough come last. That's a tradition at Manchester United. The Arsenal side, who are able to field 9 of the team that lost to Ipswich, 10 if you include Graham Ricks, who was sub last year. The 2 missing from last year's 12, Malcolm MacDonald and Alan Hudson. The newcomers, Brian Talbot, from Ipswich, of course, and substitute Steve Walford. Arsenal are at full strength with that 4-4-2 formation, and their side includes 6 Irishmen. Manchester United field the 11 who beat Liverpool in the semi-final replay. The only time, by the way, that this particular 11 has played together before today this season. There are 2 Irishmen in that team as well, Jimmy Nicholl number 2 and Sammy McIlroy number 4. There are 5 Scots and 1 Welshman, number 11, Mickey Thomas. So Arsenal, yellow shirts, blue shorts, playing from the right, start the 1979 FA Cup final. This is David O'Leary. In the way was McIlroy for United. That was Talbot, who collided actually with Joe Jordan. And there's Arthur Albiston for United. On by Thomas. Talbot. Stapleton is number 9. There's McIlroy back to Thomas, and a heavy collision on the far side. Very early on. Frank Stapleton really seemed to go down very heavily there after the ball had just been released. Fred Street on the pitch already. Jimmy Greenough also involved, and that isn't good news for Manchester United. Greenough and Stapleton colliding in the first minute, and it looks a little painful. The Wembley hoodoo, it used to be called. Injuries here abounded in the 1950s. Both clubs suffered, actually. Arsenal lost Wally Barnes, the late Wally Barnes, in one final, and Manchester United's goalkeeper went off in 57, Ray Wood. But hopefully these two players will get up again. Just bruising, I think, there. They were actually watching the ball when they almost ran into each other. So a free kick to Manchester United, taken by Albiston to Buchan. Here's Nicholl. Arsenal appeal for offside there. And Dave Sexton was saying to me this week that what Manchester United must remember is not to get caught too often in Arsenal's well-rehearsed offside trap. Stapleton and McQueen slipping on what's still possibly a slightly greasy surface after the rain yesterday. David O'Leary. Here's Stapleton. Being marked by McQueen, incidentally, and Buchan, I think, will probably take Sunderland. There's Sunderland. It was Albiston who got in on him. And Buchan right at the back. Flicked on by Thomas to Greenough. Almost Brady's first touch that, but the whistle had already gone for a free kick to United. And here's Nicol. That's Young and Jordan, and you won't see them very far apart this afternoon. Greenough. Offside, I think. Jimmy Nicol. Already one or two skid marks on the pitch. This surface could be catching out one or two players. I think it's certainly taking the full stud. Brady, Macari was right behind him. That was Coppell, then Nelson. Nicol, Brady, foul by Macari. Brady is on Arsenal's left, and Macari, as the opposite midfield player on the United right, has got responsibilities in that direction. This is Brady. Price. Albiston for United. It's a good ball too. Joe Jordan's got McIlroy running inside. A good run it was too. Jimmy Greenough is screaming in the centre. Coppell has joined him there now. This is Talbot. It's still Talbot. Goal kick. With 5 minutes gone, let's get an early word from Jimmy Hill.
Well, there's no question, John, you're right there. They are being caught by this pitch. I think it was wetter than any of them really expected. Quite a lot of rain yesterday, and almost every player has slipped and dithered as he's going for the ball, and it's making both teams a bit uneasy. That's why there's been no flowing play yet.
That was Gordon McQueen, Jimmy Greenough. Sunderland. In fact, it's interesting that Albiston has taken Sunderland up to now and left Buchan free. That could be an interesting tactical move by Manchester United, because up to now, Albiston, the number 3, has shadowed Sunderland, and Martin Buchan has played as a free man. Many people expected Buchan to take Sunderland the way he took Dalglish in the semi-final. It may, of course, switch as the game goes on, but that was the way it started. Good length on Bailey's kick. Thomas. Gordon McQueen saw some space. Naturally left-footed player, the big centre-half. Jordan and Young. And Rice, the Arsenal captain. Now Buchan marks Sunderland and gets beaten by him. Referees penalised Buchan for the challenge. So Arsenal can push Willie Young forward for the free kick. To support Stapleton. Played low for Stapleton. Now it's Ricks, taken out by Coppell. Macari. It's Coppell again, looking for Jimmy Greenough. Lovely touch, McIlroy's got Thomas breaking on the left. That's a brilliant ball by McIlroy, and Mickey Thomas on his way. Tends to do things in rather a hurry, the number 11, when he's nervous, as he always is. And his shot there struck the Arsenal right back, Pat Rice. Thomas again. David Price was the Arsenal foot that went in there. So McIlroy will take the corner. And McQueen will join Jordan in the danger area. Jordan got a bang in the face, but Jordan's whole approach to the game is always destined to cause a few cuts and bruises either on him or the opposition. It was Nicol. A goal hasn't been scored in the first half of the FA Cup final, by the way, for 6 years. Willie Young's taken a crack on the head. In fact, there were people who thought that either Young or Jordan were bound to get cut around the face with these battles in the air, and Fred Street already busy twice. Jimmy Hill.
Well, you noticed, John, the slippiness there when Mickey Thomas got through at the end of that very nice movement and couldn't get his footing to get a telling cross in, and I think that's rather typical of the early stages. It's been messy up to now, as you've seen, but one of the things that happens early on, and I think it's a bit of a sad feature in football, is that when players know they're not getting the ball, they still go in and make a challenge. So Ron Challis has had to blow his whistle a few times because the teams are letting each other know they're there. We do want a flowing game, and let's hope we get one very quickly.
That's Sunderland for Arsenal. Played through by Talbot. Then Nicol looking for Jordan. Young is right behind him again. Manchester United playing from left to right. It's funny that in the first half against Southampton and also in the first half against Liverpool, they played in that direction in the FA Cup final. That's Martin Buchan. Sunderland's header was a good one there. He beat McQueen. The ball, in turn, just beat Stapleton. It's Thomas with the throw for Manchester United. Number 4, McElroy, marked by number 4, Talbot then. Sammy Nelson. Buchan and Sunderland now close together. This is Brady trying to shake off Macari. Sweet skills from Brady. Stapleton out on the right. Trying to feed Price. Price is in here for Arsenal. Talbot on right and Sunderland the right as well. Alan Sunderland got in. In front, Talbot and Sunderland both went in there. Price pulled the ball back from the dead ball line almost, and Talbot or Sunderland was it? It could well have been Talbot that got the final touch. Price goes round the back, pulls the ball back, and Talbot and Sunderland arrive together, and Arsenal are in front. May well have been Talbot that got the final touch. Here's Thomas. Price. Alveston.
The first goal for Arsenal, number 8,
So Brian Talbot puts Arsenal in front, just a year after playing against them in the FA Cup final for Ipswich. What a start for Arsenal. Brady, who really began that move originally. Here's Buchan. It's Nelson's header. Makari looking for Koppel. Nicol, nicely turned across. Jordan goes in, and Thomas as well. McElroy, Thomas! Chance for United. But Jennings so assured and so well placed. Makari's header. That's Stapleton. Brady, Arsenal are moving well. Price to the right, and Rice is outside him. Still Price. Brady. Talbot, Brady again. Good movement by Arsenal. Brady got his shot in too. Was O'Leary. Greenoff. Augustin. So a free kick to Manchester United. Shaken by that early goal, Manchester United, but a tenacious side and plenty of time to come back. Taken by McElroy. Jordan at the far post and tipped over, was it? No. Jordan's header didn't get a touch from Jennings, a goal kick. McElroy took the free kick and Jordan came hurtling in as he does at the far post and just beat Willie Young there, and the ball over the bar. Brady. Here's Augustin. Jimmy Greenoff. Dave Sexton. Without the jacket today, it's a warm afternoon at Wembley, but his side a goal down already. Was Gordon McQueen with Stapleton. Here's Thomas, now Augustin. Gordon McQueen has possibly got a cut near the mouth there. There's Talbot's header. Stapleton. Pat Rice and Mickey Thomas. Now it's Jimmy Greenoff. Koppel has moved over towards the left in this attack, but it's still Arsenal playing fairly measured football with that goal lead. This is Nicol. Koppel is now in the centre. So is Jimmy Greenoff. Koppel is arriving now, and it was O'Leary that got there. Thomas. Here's Orbiston. Rice. Linesman's flagging. He wasn't happy about that. It was the other way, I think. That's the first time since 1973 that a side has scored in the first half of the FA Cup final, since Sunderland scored against Leeds. Greenoff. "20 minutes gone, Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. McIlroy. McIlroy again, and it went off Pat Rice for a corner to Manchester United. McIlroy takes the corner. Gordon McQueen got up there. Jimmy Greenoff almost got in. Thomas now. Thomas's cross away by Rice. Then O'Leary and McIlroy, and Rice in the end glad to get it away anywhere almost. This is Talbot. Well crossed again. Jordan's in there. Nice bit of play there by Pat Jennings, who is very useful actually in training as an outfield player, but he's back there now in his correct position. O'Leary moving forward with the attack. Sunderland unceremoniously dealt with by McQueen. So a free kick to Arsenal. Here's Rice. This is Brian Talbot again. He's doing some good work there for Arsenal. This is Ricks. Price is over on the far post. Still Ricks. Good throw by Bailey. That he put McIlroy away, and a piece of obstruction by Pat Rice, which was quite deliberate. And the referee shows the yellow card to the Arsenal captain. And I don't think he can argue about it either. McIlroy was on his way, and Rice just stood in front of him. So an Arsenal fullback cautioned, as indeed one was in the 72 final. Bob McNabb got the yellow card then. Pat Rice this time. Jordan climbs again. By Sunderland. Header by O'Leary. to Albiston. It's Jimmy Greenoff again. Jordan is coming in at the far post. Well, that's twice he's beaten Willie Young in that position, Joe Jordan, and each time Young's jumped it enough to force the direction of Jordan's header too high. Almost a similar position to the last one, with Jordan coming in above Young, and again Young just doing enough to slightly force Jordan away. But Jordan has certainly won the two headers so far against Young. Sammy Nelson. Pulling away there was Ricks. Manchester United will be unhappy about that, because as Ricks got in there, Brady ran into Macari and prevented him from getting to the ball. That's an old ploy from the throw-in, which is not strictly legitimate. Stapleton and Buchan across. Stapleton and Buchan again, but Buchan is so calm and so collected on the big occasion, and he never flaps. Nelson. Ricks. Always a late challenge by Joe Jordan on Sammy Nelson. The ball had gone some time before, and Jordan, who's been known to leave his foot there, spoken to for the challenge on Nelson. United fans taunting Arsenal, but it's Arsenal who lead. O'Leary. Stapleton. Ricks. Collision off the ball as well there between McIlroy and Talbot, which the referee has let go. And here's Jimmy Nicholl for Manchester United as McIlroy moves forward. Jimmy Greenoff is over to the left. Nicholl takes over and looks for Thomas. This is Rice. Away by McIlroy. Young and Jordan again. Macari. Thomas. Nicholl. Sammy Nelson. Ricks. Brady moving well. Oh, and there's a slip by Buchan uncharacteristically. Look how well Macari got back. And he'll get a free kick too for a foul by Brady. But Lou Macari made yards there to get into a defensive position. I think he got a knock as well. Look at Buchan got beaten, and then Macari raced back to get in front of Brady, and Brady, in fact, sent him tumbling down. That's Greenoff. Jordan almost in. Handball and pushing as well. Buchan's header. That was Buchan again. Up went Joe Jordan. Stapleton. Price missed it. Here's McIlroy. And another player to lose his feet. Jimmy Greenoff this time. It's a foul by Talbot on McIlroy. Popple. Jordan and Young, and this time Jordan gets the worst of it and also gets the free kick. Well, it was the kind of collision we expected between the two big men. Free kick to Manchester United. Jordan and McQueen coming in together. Jordan was at the back, and this time he's the offender. Half an hour gone in the 1979 FA Cup final. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. Both teams pacing the game quite cagily, having been to Wembley before and knowing what the pitch can take out of you. That's Steve Coppell. All by himself on this side. It's a foul by Ricks. Steve Coppell was prepared to take them all on there. He had little support on this side of the field, and Graham Ricks, who have been told to get back and cover Coppell defensively, brings him down. There's Jimmy Greenoff. Nicol. Jordan flicked it on. Thomas was in there. There's Jimmy Greenoff. And his first real sight of goal, and he wasn't very far away. The sort of space that Greenoff thrives on and can't be allowed by the Arsenal defence. The ball swinging across, Mickey Thomas got a touch, and Greenoff on the turn shaves the crossbar. Mickey Thomas had a hand in that. Ricks. Nelson. It was Buchan's header. Then it was Nicol. Macari. Jordan just trying to flick that inside to Coppell, but Young had time. Gordon McQueen playing safe there. Gary Bailey had come, but McQueen knew what the danger was. So it'll be Sammy Nelson with the throw. Brady. There's Nelson again. Price is coming in on that far side. He made the goal, David Price. Jordan. Flick on by Sunderland. This is Orbiston. Jordan. Orbiston joining the attack again for United. It's a good ball in too. Jimmy Greenoff on the turn once more, and Willie Young with a timely interception. And Frank Stapleton on the far side, outnumbered, and then Rice came in to help. Pat Rice playing in his fourth FA Cup final in 9 years for Arsenal. Don Howe in the centre in the tracksuit, the Arsenal coach pointing there. Referee just insisting that the throw is taken from the correct place. Brady, Rice. Nicol. Nelson. It's Ricks. Ricks, who came on as substitute last year in the FA Cup final to replace Brady. Just retrieving the ball. Brady again. Sunderland. And that came off Nicol. So it'll be Nelson with the throw for Arsenal. Gets it back from Ricks. It's a good cross too. Oh, what a try by Stapleton. Well, they say only the Continentals and South Americans can do that sort of thing, but watch this from Stapleton. It's a good cross from Sammy Nelson, but Stapleton's overhead kick there, quite superb. Jimmy Greenoff from Jordan's flick. Now it's Koppel, and there's some good running up front here by Manchester United. They've got 6 players around the penalty area. Foul by O'Leary. McQueen was in there. Macari! Where he loves to be, just sneaking into the penalty area, Lou Macari. Used to, as Gordon McQueen set the chance up. Macari used to be a striker, and he knows all about finding positions inside the box. Brady. This is Pat Rice. Mickey Thomas in the way. McIlroy on the left was waiting for that, but this is Macari. Shaking off Brady, the two of them having quite a battle in midfield. McIlroy. Macari is outside him. Mickey Thomas is being marked by David Price there, and he's beaten him. Willie Young was in the way. Joe Jordan. McQueen's gone onto the line. McQueen up with Jennings, and a foul on the goalkeeper. A foul on the goalkeeper, no goal. Gordon McQueen penalised. Look at him there, just shoving Pat Jennings a little bit. The appeal was granted. A free kick to Arsenal, no goal by McQueen. I'll ask Jimmy Hill to comment on that in just a minute when we get a break in the play, but it was a disallowed goal by Manchester United, who trailed still by 1-0. Alveston. Just a quick word, Jimmy, on that disallowed goal.
Well, I didn't see an offence from here, but that doesn't mean to say there wasn't one, because referee was right on the spot. There it is now. Oh, a back of the hand there, flicked that in the net, and you can see why the referee, quite correctly, disallowed it.
This is Talbot. So Brian Talbot making a tremendous start to this second successive FA Cup final. Tommy Kavanagh, the familiar figure in the peak cap, the Manchester United coach, just waiting to see if he was required there, actually, because McQueen was receiving some attention. He's all right now, it appears. There's Willie Young, Talbot. McIlroy finds Orbiston. Offside against Joe Jordan. The linesman flagged, but the referee let play go because the advantage was with Arsenal. That's O'Leary. So skillful for a big man, David O'Leary. Sunderland, O'Leary's made the run down the right. Look where he is now. Thomas was checking in. Linesman says, don't argue with me, it's the other way. Steve Coppell beaten by Willie Young. Nelson. Here's Ricks. That's Jordan and Young. Really busy piece of play by Pat Rice, who crops up there on the other side of the field to his normal position. Sammy Nelson goes in as well. The referee's already blown, and certainly a tremendous edge to the match, especially in the middle of the field. Sort of competitive attitude one would expect from two teams who know each other so well and who are separated by that one goal with 5 minutes to go in the first half. This is Jimmy Nicholl. Flags up for offside as Arsenal come out. Jimmy Greenough caught. Jimmy Greenough, who never won an England cap, but my word, what an achievement he's had in the last couple of years since going to Manchester United. Signed, in fact, by Tommy Docherty. And what an inspired signing it was. So the United bench checking the watch. It's about 3.5 minutes to half-time, and Arsenal lead 1-0 here. Orbiston. Joe Jordan's header. Again, a slight slip there, this time by Mickey Thomas, who retrieved the ball extremely well. Jimmy Greenough impeded, was he, by Willie Young? Referee says, in fact, it was the other way. Greenough was backing in, I think. Two players collided, and a free kick to Arsenal. It's getting hotter, if anything, out there. The sun's certainly shining brightly here at Wembley now. Jimmy Nicholl slipped over. Graham Ricks took advantage. Nice cross by him. It's a bit free here. It's a good job that Orbiston got that away. But as he did so, Manchester United sensed a break was on, and Thomas now has got Orbiston in support, and they've pushed McIlroy up to join the strikers. Thomas for United. McIlroy got just a heel to it. Stapleton. I think the heat is going to play quite a part in this final. Pat Rice has gone sprinting down the right for Arsenal. This is Talbot. This is Brady. Good skills from Brady. Two waiting in the centre for the cross. Stapleton! 2-0 to Arsenal. Stapleton scores. Gary Bailey, no real chance with the header. And Liam Brady has played a part in both the goals. Brady went past the first challenge by Orbiston. He shrugged off the second challenge. Stapleton pulled away to the far post, and headed the ball in, and Arsenal lead by 2-0. Look at the cross, it was measured, wasn't it, by Brady? And Stapleton, who hangs around there, repeats the goal he scored from Brady's cross at Tottenham earlier this season, a similar move. And Manchester United are 2 goals down in the first half. Arsenal take hold of the final with a vengeance, as though all the frustration and disappointment of last year has dissolved into a fierce determination to make up for it today. McIlroy angry and puts a fist out on Bryant, and a head as well on Brian Talbot by McIlroy. There was a little bit of aggravation between those two in the first 7 or 8 minutes, and the referee needs to keep a very close eye on the 2 number 4s. Don Howe might well be saying, calm down and get back, we've got the 2-goal lead. But Talbot and McIlroy involved in a scuffle which deserves at least a warning from the referee. But on the terraces, it's all Arsenal. The flags now are all yellow. Talbot is still arguing with the referee. The linesman, I think, has agreed with Talbot that the free kick was taken from the wrong position. So Talbot involved in more ways than one. Coppell. So many United players forward here. There's an absolute queue on the far post. Jordan and McQueen together, a very good header by Willie Young. Brady. Well, Brady was the man that they said could swing the final. Price has made the run for him here, and so has Sunderland on the far side. Buchan sliding in. And certainly, although Price actually supplied the cross for the first goal, Brady was involved in the build-up, and he certainly made the second. We're in injury time at the end of the first half. Talbot takes the throw. O'Leary almost got a flick on. And here's Coppell for United. Greenoff. Coppell in full stride now. Graham Rix has done a great job getting back goal side. A marvellous job. Half-time signals a tremendous roar from the Arsenal side of the stadium, the supporters that is, and applause too from 1 or 2 players, because Arsenal lead by 2-0. They set about the match in a very tenacious fashion, Arsenal. There haven't been too many chances, but the 2 that were created were well taken. And Manchester United, winners here 2 years ago, find themselves 2 goals down at half-time to the side who lost in last year's final. And I would think that Dave Sexton has got the harder team talk now at half-time. So at half-time then, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. Gather that Brian Talbot has been confirmed in the dressing room as the scorer of that goal when he and Sunderland went in, so Talbot gets the credit and scores in the final for his new club, having won a Cup Winners' medal with Ipswich the year before. So Manchester United now attacking the end of the stadium where their supporters are gathered, the end where they scored twice 2 years ago against Liverpool when they won the Cup. Already Jordan has pushed Willie Young to one side, and here he is on the run. He couldn't beat Nelson though, and Brady was back. Beautifully done by Brady to Rix. Brady again. Lou Macari. Nicol. Awkward. Jordan didn't quite make it, and Mickey Thomas could have done better there. Went between his legs. This is Ulverston. It's a good header out by O'Leary. Ulverston again, though. Manchester United, a team and a club indeed, have always played with tremendous spirit. So we can expect to see them come back from what may appear to be, at half-time, an almost impossible position, but one goal could change all that. That was on by Stapleton and nicely done between him and Sunderland. Now Brady, the mastermind. Nelson's made a great run down the left, and Jimmy Nicholl just got a foot there. Here's Nelson. Alan Sunderland. Over the head, Stapleton. Oh, Bailey just flapped it away slightly. There's Price. Not easy for Gary Bailey in goal. He's been beaten twice and hasn't really had a chance to make a telling save to settle himself in. He's made the one, I think. McQueen away, and Jimmy Greenoff also in defence there. That was Young. Willie Young just felt the left knee when he went in there. That's the one that's been troubling him and made him doubtful. And I've just had a message from the dressing room, actually, which is very... I'll tell you in a minute when the ball goes up. This is Coppell. And it's a fascinating message, actually, which you must just stand by for, and it confirms something I thought earlier. Here's Orbiston, it's a corner, but I gather that Alan Sunderland has also claimed the first goal. Apparently, when the players came out, we had a man down there checking. Talbot was given it first of all, but Sunderland's also claiming it. Here's Orbiston. That's awkward, McQueen! As Gordon McQueen gets up there in the penalty area. This Arsenal dressing room chat is quite interesting now. Alan Sunderland, who I must say, when it first went in, my first reaction was it could have been him. Talbot, it looked like on the slow motion from behind the goal. And the fascinating news now is that they've both come out the dressing room and claimed it. We're almost back to 71, and that incredible goal Jimmy Hill was referring to, when George Graham claimed the goal, and the following day it was given to Eddie Kelly. So anyway, let's get one thing straight. It's 2-0 to Arsenal. And Manchester United are playing from right to left in the second half. Jimmy Greenoff. Arthur Orbiston. Nicholl. Oh, and what a good run that was by Orbiston. Look where he's cropped up. Thomas. Mickey Thomas away by Rice with Jennings beaten. Headed back in, and the match, it need hardly be said, is still very much alive, while Thomas and the Manchester United attack with Orbiston there on the right wing plays like that. Thomas found a way round the back, but Pat Jennings there just blocked any chance of a shot, and the cross was turned away by Rice from Mickey Thomas. McQueen's header. And here's Thomas. Brady. Buchan. Martin Buchan feeds what a great ball from Buchan to McIlroy. One of the pluses of the match. Didn't lead to anything, but Buchan picked McIlroy out there 60 yards away, and McIlroy will push forward now more and more. Brian Talbot was well forward, but McIlroy seems to me to be having a growing influence. He's seen an awful lot of the ball early on in the second half, and he started that move as well. Sammy McIlroy, number 4, playing in his 3rd cup final in 4 years, and only 24 years old, but Manchester United's longest-serving player. This is McQueen. Jimmy Greenoff. Nicholl. Lou Macari, a lovely turn. There's something on here for United if he could play it in, but Stapleton is back helping. And now Brady, and O'Leary's gone down the left wing in a very interesting position. If Brady can release the ball, he's used him as a decoy and got inside. What a run by Brady. And that was a bit strong for Ricks. For United. Jordan and Willie Young together. Oh, and Jordan looking for an infringement the other way, actually, but the referee has given the free kick against Jordan, who's not pleased about it, as you can see. But Willie Young knows how to play against Jordan. It's the sort of challenge he relishes. One 6-footer against another. Coppell's header on. And there they are again, Jordan and Young, absolutely inseparable. Talbot. Little shove there, all right. That's a free kick to Arsenal, and rightly so too, in spite of the protest by Macari. It's always tense on the bench. Terry Neal, perhaps mindful of the fact that people have said in the past a 2-0 lead in football is very deceptive. You're never quite sure whether to try and improve on it or defend it, and Arsenal are in that position now. Manchester United, of course, have only got one option. They've got to throw people forward and try and get back into the final. Mickey Thomas. Balbiston. Slight bit of holding there, but David Price had the advantage, number 10. Sunderland is to his right, number 8. Stapleton's coming to the near post now, and Bailey claimed it well. Stadium absolutely bathed in sunshine. It really is a beautiful day for this FA Cup final. It's Willie Young and Joe Jordan again. Coppell. It's funny how people often think cup finals are going to be won on the wings, and how often that proves not to be the case. Steve Coppell was saying to me only this week that in a way it's hard to play on the flanks at Wembley because that part of the pitch is the part of the grass that's often dug up for the speedway here, and the turf on the wings is not quite as good as that in the centre. Sort of point probably only a player would appreciate, but Steve Coppell made the point to me, and he's played here often enough for England as well as for Manchester United. Stapleton on. Sunderland again. Stapleton. Sunderland. Oh, that's good combination. Talbot's in the centre. Still Stapleton. And Thomas was back. Stevie Coppell. And it's fallen well for Stapleton here. He's improved so much this season with that sort of control. One man's misfortune in football is often another man's gain, and since Malcolm McDonald has been injured and Stapleton has had to take more responsibility up front, wearing the number 9, he's certainly assumed a much more mature style of play. Oh, there's some tangling again there. Young and Jordan with their arms almost locked together. Willie Young has applauded the decision because it's gone against Jordan. And it's really the sort of running battle we expected. Stapleton and Sammy McIlroy just starts Manchester United off and then sees that the referee has already pulled play back. There was a scuffle. Brian Talbot's been involved again there. Martin Buchan making the point to the referee. There's a handshake at the end of it, but Talbot's twice been involved now in rather late challenges off the ball. Second one with Buchan, who's normally got exemplary conduct on the field. Here's Jimmy Nicholl. Jordan's pulled away to the right. There he is. O'Leary took him that time. Sammy Nelson. Coppell's had to funnel back there because Ricks and Talbot were both on the left-hand side. That's a foul, linesman flagging. McIlroy is penalised. Talbot is given the free kick. Well, there's one thing for sure, that if Arsenal were to put a third goal in the net now, then Manchester United's task would be virtually beyond recall. Away by Macari. Ricks flicks it on, and here's Coppell. Nelson. Manchester coming out looking for an offside. They've all come out together. The whole 10 outfield players made a run out and forced Arsenal to play the ball back. A well-known Dave Sexton tactic. Tommy Kavanagh exhorting the side from the bench. Arsenal lead by 2-0. That's awkward for McQueen. He started off, it seemed, just a pace behind Stapleton there. And Stapleton has set Brady up. Ricks is to his left if he needs him. Here's Ricks. Floated across. Stapleton's in there, and Bailey's knee, I think, saved the header from Stapleton. Could so easily have been number 3. And again, it was that floated cross to the far post. Stapleton heads it, and it's just scrambled round for a corner. That was Martin Buchan making sure. He appeals, but gets only the shake of the head from the referee. It's a corner again, in fact. Steve Coppell always takes up that position just outside the area when they defend at corners to try and get United back on the attack quickly, but not like that from Nicholl. That was a bad ball. Willie Young almost came through. Instead, here's McQueen at the other end. Wide for McIlroy. 7 Manchester United players in attack. McIlroy's cross is blocked by Rice, who's had a sound match so far. Nicholl, Thomas, left-footed player. Macari, and Jennings forced to turn it over. And twice now Macari has been in that position. The best header of a ball for a man of his size in the game, says Dave Sexton. And he finds so much room in the penalty area. Thomas floated the ball in with his left foot. Macari's flick, and Jennings as well. Talbot. And Arsenal could have a man over in this attack. They've got players tearing up the right-hand side, absolutely unmarked. Talbot can't see them from there, of course, boxed in as he was, but it might happen now. Stapleton. Pat Rice is still waiting in the area. Sunderland. Oh, look at Brady. And still the Arsenal captain, Pat Rice, was hoping that he might get in there, but he's gone back now to his own position. This is Stapleton. Oof. The game now is assuming a marvellous flowing pattern. The football is better than it was in the first half. This is Coppell. But that was quite the wrong time for him to do that. I just said how well the game was going. Never mind, it was indicative of the fact that first one team is on the attack, and then as soon as it breaks down, the counter-attacks start. And Dave Sexton has to hope that Manchester United can get a goal back and make this into a tremendous contest. Jimmy Nicholl for Manchester United. On by Jordan, there's a foul there. Jordan this time will get the verdict. There's a foul in fact by O'Leary, who was taking him on that occasion. So, can Manchester United pull a goal back in this FA Cup final? 2-0 down, they have the free kick. McIlroy moved away, left it for Thomas. Albiston with the left foot. Arthur Albiston has never scored a goal for Manchester United in the first team in any match. And United must be feeling that with Pat Jennings in goal for Arsenal and that score on the scoreboard, they're really being asked to beat Jennings twice, and that's something which very few clubs have managed to do this season, deep into the second half. Price. Brady just flicked that away from Macari, but here's Ricks now for Arsenal. Stapleton has pulled down the left as well. It's the only option he had, really. But here's Ricks again. Oh, that's a lovely run by Ricks. And McIlroy, perhaps a little bit of luck there, and Bailey certainly saved the corner. Funny, actually, that the last team to come from behind to win the Cup were Arsenal against Liverpool in 1971 in extra time. Today it's Arsenal who have the lead and the upper hand. Steve Coppell, who was heavily tackled by Nelson. So McIlroy makes his way forward. Jimmy Greenoff touches it back. Nicholl, Jordan's header. McIlroy almost got there, and Brian Talbot was the man who deprived him. Good challenge by Talbot. Thomas wins another corner. Gordon McQueen is hovering around there, hoping to get the header in that could mean so much to United at this stage in the game. He got it in too, and a flick on is over the bar by Lou Macari, whose day this is not proving to be. He's been on the 6-yard line 3 times, but he's still to score. McQueen heads it back in, and there's Macari in his favourite spot. So 65 minutes gone in the 1979 FA Cup final. Arsenal's fans still making most of the noise, which at 2-0 they're entitled to do. That was Macari. Steve Coppell was fouled again, I think, by Nelson, who's now finding that Coppell is becoming a bit of a handful. He's fouled him the last 2 occasions out there. Nelson's qualities perhaps more in attack than in defence, if the truth be told. So Coppell again. Away by O'Leary, this is Macari. That was Coppell, it was a good block too, that, by Nelson in fact. Got in the way well there. That's Jimmy Nicholl. Ooh, Greenoff, Coppell. 3 coming in, including McQueen. As they pick themselves up, that's Albiston. And in this very sultry atmosphere, Manchester United finding it's going to get harder and harder to get back once they've committed themselves forward. And with Brady in this sort of mood, who knows what might happen at that end. He's still there. Price. Sunderland. It's a good build-up this by Arsenal. It's Rice on the ball. McQueen's header out. Coppell. Slipped. Oh, and Ricks. Well, we spotted players early on losing their feet, and it got Coppell into trouble there. And in the end, he committed the foul, which has given Arsenal the free kick. Stapleton's going in there with McQueen, and a corner's been given to Arsenal. There's an awful lot at stake here today, because if Manchester United lose and are not in Europe next season, that's going to be a tremendous blow to them. The prize for the winners here, a place in the European Cup Winners' Cup next season. And Arsenal lead 2-0, halfway through the second half. O'Leary trying to get there, blocked by McQueen. This is Brady. Pressure on Willie Young once he's on the ball. That's absolutely predictable by the United forwards, trying to frighten him a little bit in possession. Joe Jordan's trying to start things off on the halfway line, and Mickey Thomas is there as well for United. Brady's doing some grafting as well. Nicol to McQueen, whose socks are rolled right down now. The stamina must be an increasing problem, I would think. This is Buchan. Jimmy Greenoff. That was Coppell, and oh my word, well, you could call that disappointing for Coppell, or you could call it good positioning by Jennings. And Brian Talbot, the ball out of play. Just let's have a quick word on how things are going from Jimmy Hill.
Well, that nearly was the goal that United needed. They've been working hard for it. The game's got much more. There you can see the turn. Brilliant bit of skill there by Coppell to get his shot in, but it wasn't the goal that United so desperately need. If they get it, the game's wide open.
Certainly is still very well balanced as Arsenal concede another free kick. Ron Chalice keeping a watchful eye on things and hasn't missed anything so far. Taken by Coppell. Jordan came in, but they're just doing enough, those defenders. Although Jordan makes contact, they're doing enough to make sure the header is not decisive. "20 minutes to go. Manchester United still 2 goals down to Arsenal. Here's Talbot. Nelson's broken on the left. This is Brady. And this is Rice. Offside. Arsenal have pushed up well again, and Jordan and Jimmy Greenoff just finding now that to get back sometimes is not quite possible as quick as you have to beat that offside trap, which Don Howe, the coach, looking at his watch there, has worked so hard on this season. Delighted Arsenal fans. Stapleton. Sunderland lost his feet. This is Mickey Thomas. Gordon McQueen's doing his best to supplement the attack at every opportunity. United have got to take increasing chances now, pushing players forward. A few words between Nelson and Jimmy Greenoff. Here's Coppell. Nicol. Jordan won't reach that, it's much too near the goal.
just saying, John, how well Mickey Thomas has played for United. My goodness, he's never stopped working since the moment the first whistle blew. Not only working, but wriggling past his man, using the ball. He doesn't know the meaning of the word defeat, and he really has had a fine game, remembering United have been behind nearly all the match.
Yes, it's his first game at Wembley as well, Jimmy, and the only Welshman on the field. Here's David Price for Arsenal. Ball was out of play there, I thought. Well, the linesman agreed with me. The referee hasn't seen the flag, and he's still flagging that linesman. I think Ron Challis has seen him now, although quite a lot happened after the flag went up. It's a throw-in. Gordon McQueen again. Now, has this FA Cup final got a surprise in store in the last 20 minutes? In fact, there's only 17 minutes on the watch, plus any stoppages the referee may add on. That's how near Arsenal are to winning the FA Cup. 2 goals to the good still, both scored in the first half. But Manchester United still coming forward, looking for a way back. Jimmy Greenoff, Orbiston, Macari came near post. It was awkward that for Arsenal. Notice that Liam Brady got the ball away there. That's interesting. And look at the break on here. Stapleton's got Pat Rice charging down the right wing outside him. Number 2, Sunderland's on the far post. Talbot is also there, and it's hooked away by Nicol from the head of Sunderland. Only that foot prevented the score from being 3-0. Nelson to Brady. Offside, I think, against Jimmy Greenoff. The flag was up down in front of me anyway. Don't think that was seen. So, 15 minutes left in the FA Cup final, and still Arsenal lead Manchester United by 2 goals to 0. Nelson. Sammy Nelson, one of the Irish contingent. Here's another one, Liam Brady. That's a foul, I would think, by Macari, using his arms. Brady had a hand, remember, in both the goals. He's also done some unnoticed defending as well. So Mickey Thomas for Manchester United. Jordan and Greenoff both forward, that's Koppel. Thomas. Orbiston. Greenoff and Macari both in there. Brady back there again, you'll see. And on the break, Sunderland. And there is now quite a possibility that Arsenal will catch United. Talbot's made a great run through the centre. A brilliant run. One of the best of the match by Talbot. He held the play up well too. He found Ricks. That deceptive little burst of speed, Graham Ricks. Awkward too, that. Stapleton using his elbows. Scorer of the second goal for Arsenal, and also, of course, one in the semi-final, Frank Stapleton. He's got 6 now in the FA Cup this season. Jimmy Greenough. Talbot away. Brady's back there again, making something of a claim now, I would think, for the man of the match, Liam Brady. He's been involved at both ends. I know Jimmy Hill feels Mickey Thomas has played well too for United, so you've got to take your pick, really, if you've been with us, to decide who you think's the man of the match. It's certainly a prize that the journalists all vote for at the end. One or two contenders for you there.
On that, I mean, it's goals that have decided this very even match in the run of the play, and Brady is the man who's played a big part in carving out both those goals. So I don't think there's any doubt about who the journalists are going to choose at the end of the day, but we shall see.
Thank you, Jimmy. Manchester United still trailing 2-0 then, and it will need something akin to one of Wembley's most dramatic recoveries now in cup finals if they're going to do anything at all about this position. Arsenal aiming for their 5th FA Cup win. They're only 12.5 minutes away from achieving that with this 2-goal lead. Thomas. Koppel for Manchester United, number 7. But Jennings, oh, Jordan fouled Jennings. Right in the face he got him, actually. He got him right in the face. I think Jordan made a legitimate attempt to go for the ball there, but he just caught Jennings as he did so. Jennings with this deep reservoir of Wembley experience. He played in 3 cup finals here for Spurs, 2 in the League Cup, 1 in the FA Cup, won them all, played for Arsenal last year, and as you can see, he was favourite for the ball, really, Pat Jennings, well, more than favourite, and Jordan, in trying to reach it, knock it out of his hands, he caught him in the face as well. Great support for Manchester United even now. The fans behind the left-hand goal have really done a great job in trying to keep their team's spirits up and keep them in the match. Sunderland on. Price. Thomas, he really has been totally involved in this match. Jordan, still Willie Young sticks close. Oh, and Koppel just needed to get a touch onto that and couldn't. And Arsenal here have a break on, and a good one it could be too. Price, number 10, has got Sunderland moving across now, and Brady just behind him, number 7. Good tackle by McQueen. McElroy for United. Thomas. Just caught Pat Rice. Well, they feel the cup's already on its way to Highbury, and it may well be now. And one of the reasons, perhaps, is that Jimmy Greenough, the master craftsman on the United side, has not quite had the kind of game they were hoping for. Maybe hasn't really had the service. Well, Arsenal experienced disappointment on that bench a year ago. In just a few minutes, it could be elation this year. And for the fans, too. McQueen. Now, he's onside, Mickey Thomas, but look where Jennings was. Arthur Orviston. Brady was in there first again ahead of Macari, and that's proved quite significant. Here's Nelson. Still chance of Sexton from the Manchester United fans. Jordan looking for Coppell and Willie Young again. Look at that gesture of support from the side of the ground where the United fans are gathered, whose team are 2 goals down with 8 minutes to go in this cup final. Dave Sexton, the Manchester United manager. McIlroy. But it's not quite gone forward quick enough at times for Manchester United. They haven't had the incisive break so often, and Arsenal have coped well like that at the back. They're now coming out looking for an offside, Arsenal. Now, will they get it? Gordon McQueen, they have got it. In the middle of the field, Macari, I think. Arsenal not taking chances. They've cannily kept possession when they can to consolidate this lead, which they gained in the first half. Denying Manchester United the space to get back, and Don Howe signals that there's 7 minutes left. Thomas. That's McIlroy and Talbot tangling again. Talbot just sorting it out slightly. Ooh! Well, Pat Rice got caught late by Mickey Thomas. Pat Rice, who's played in all the 1970s finals for Arsenal, 4 in 9 years, beating Joe Hume's record of 4 in 10 in the 30s for Arsenal, although Hume played a 5th for Huddersfield. There's the Arsenal sub, Steve Walford. Perhaps possesses the longest legs in football. He's just warming up off the touchline there. Those flags in the background belong to the Manchester United fans. This is Albiston. Free kick's been given to Arsenal, and most things now are going their way. Steve Walford getting stripped. Steve Walford, only 21 years old. Up goes Sunderland. Is on by Coppell, Jimmy Greenough and Willie Young. This is Nelson. And now it's Brady. Macari's trying to hustle him and bustle him, but Brady hanging on until he gets the free kick. That was a sensible bit of play by Brady, because Arsenal have no need now to hurry or risk giving the ball away. And a substitution, I think it'll be Price, as the number 10 is held up. David Price goes off, and Steve Walford comes on. With 5 minutes to go, Steve Walford gets a taste of the cup final. He's gone into Price's position on the right-hand side of midfield, so it looks like a straight switch at this time. McIlroy. Just 4 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. Free kick to United. Jimmy Greenough fouled. And they've got to make something of this now, Manchester United, to stay in with a chance of a dramatic recovery in the last few minutes. Left for Coppell. Thomas almost got a flick on, appeals for hands against Jordan. And McQueen! Gordon McQueen turned it in! United have scored with just under 4 minutes to go. It's 2-1. The free kick taken on the right. Joe Jordan turned at the far post, and Gordon McQueen's left foot turned it in. And United are back with a chance. What about that? McQueen was in the box, getting the important touch. And suddenly, the cup final is far from finished. It's not too late now, after all. And Arsenal have just got to keep their nerve. So, some latent hope for Dave Sexton. And the clock says 3 minutes to go. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 1. Greenoff. Macari. Nicol. Well, they've got both fullbacks forward. Here's Albiston. They'll come back again from Nicol. When he finally gets round to it. Everybody was waiting upfield, and they still are for United. Koppel. McIlroy's through. McIlroy's through. And McIlroy has done it. What drama here. McIlroy for United. It's 2-2. They've scored twice in a minute. And McIlroy. Manchester United through and through, Sammy McIlroy. He went round one. He went round two. He got the left foot to the ball. And it's 2 goals each. And Pat Jennings couldn't do anything about it. And for the first time in 13 years, a side has come back from 2 goals down in the FA Cup final, and Brian Greenoff, the substitute, gets ready to play a part he never thought he'd get. Dave Sexton must be feeling that all that's said about the spirit of Manchester United suddenly descended on Wembley and turned the match round in the twinkle of an eye. McQueen, the scorer of the first, McIlroy the second, and it's 2-2. There's a minute left on the clock. Brady for Arsenal. Right across, Sunderland! It's there! It's 3-2! Arsenal are back in front through Alan Sunderland. United have possibly thrown it away within seconds of getting it back. Terry Neal probably can't take it in at this moment because the supporters have just seen 3 quite dramatic minutes. Brady makes it possible. Ricks is on the left. The cross is delivered long to the far post. Bailey stretches and misses it. And in comes Sunderland to turn the ball over the line. What a cup final. 3-2. And 2 minutes left, is that maybe less. In fact, we're going now almost into injury time. Stapleton's made the run down the right for Sunderland, who's on the ball. Still Sunderland, and now it's Jimmy Greenoff for Manchester United. Joe Jordan. Jimmy Greenoff comes again. Can they score again and make it 3-3? Koppel. Delivered long for Joe Jordan. Well, the referee has checked with both his linesmen that 90 minutes are up. And the ground, I haven't heard Wembley hum like this for so very long because the match has just become quite unpredictable. But it still looks as though Arsenal will win the cup. Sunderland on the run. On again by Jordan. We're in the second minute now of time added on for stoppages. What must they be thinking on the bench? Fred Street, the physio on the right, seems to know it's almost there. It is now. Arsenal have won the cup after one of the most dramatic last 5 minutes that Wembley has ever seen. Alan Sunderland got the winning goal, and Arsenal now can celebrate but only after a heart-stopping moment when Manchester United came back quite unexpectedly. Well, that picture says more than any words can do at this time. Dave Sexton sportingly congratulates the Arsenal bench. Alan Sunderland, who's probably got cramp, I would think, being helped by Steve Walford. He may even have twisted an ankle, but one thing's for sure, he got the winning goal. And Arsenal, who thought they were there at 2-0, finally win the cup at 3-2. The Manchester United reaction is one of absolute dejection and confusion. Players are wandering around, not quite knowing what happened. They were suddenly back in with a great chance, and Gordon McQueen put them there first of all. McIlroy equalised, and then what happened? Back went Arsenal, and Gary Bailey was beaten for the third time. Great moment between the two keepers. Pat Jennings, who's seen it all at 33, and Gary Bailey, only 20, who could play until he's 40 and not take part in a match quite like that. Shirts being exchanged. And Willie Young, an emotional moment for him. Like many Arsenal players, so disappointed with his performance a year ago, and so happy this afternoon. Terry Neal, the manager. Arsenal, beaten last year by Ipswich at Wembley, have followed in the tradition of Wembley losers and come back to win after a year. Pat Rice, who, as I say, grew up in the most humble of surroundings near the Arsenal ground in North London, will now receive the FA Cup from a young man of about the same age who was brought up in a palace. The moment every captain at whatever level in football dreams about. The cup belongs to Arsenal. His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales now presenting the winners' medals to the rest of Pat Rice's Arsenal team. Frank Stapleton, Liam Brady I think is third in line, and he gave his medal away last year, his loser's medal. He was so upset. I can't see him giving this one away. Pat Jennings at the very peak of his career. Steve Walford, the substitute. Willie Young, delighted after what happened a year ago. Brian Talbot makes history. The first player to win 2 consecutive winners' medals with different clubs in FA Cup finals. Graham Rix had a fine match, wearing the shirt he's now swapped. David O'Leary from the Republic of Ireland, only 21, but already has played in 2 cup finals and won the second. Martin Buchan, wearing an Arsenal shirt, receives the congratulations as the losers' captain. Young Gary Bailey, what a day for him. Jimmy Greenough, Jimmy Nicholl. Gordon McQueen, whose goal suddenly revived the whole occasion. Sammy McIlroy there, just received his medal. He got the equaliser, but there was no time for United to let it sink in, let alone build on it and force extra time. Joe Jordan knows how close it was. And Brian Greenough, the substitute. The referee, Ron Chalice, had a good match. He receives a medal as well from the Prince of Wales. So too do the 2 linesmen, Keith Hackett and Harry Dempsey. So it's Arsenal's cup. But in circumstances you wouldn't have credited just 6 or 7 minutes from the end of the match. It seemed a straightforward 2-0 win for Terry Neal's team, but suddenly it became a quite thrilling 3-2 victory.